SEA LIFE Melbourne, our live stream. We are very excited to hop into our Easter weekend. So we thought that we'd stand here in front of our coral atoll. And my name is Tabitha. I should probably also mention that. I'm part of our guest education team. I'm joined by the very special Bree. She is one of our aquarists here. And Tan, our bird manager. And we're going to be talking about some very special eggs that you can find here at SEA LIFE Melbourne. Now, if you do have any questions for us, please make sure to pop them in the comments below. We will get to them throughout this stream, so please hit us with everything you would like to know. But to start off, Bree, you do have some eggs in your hand. Who do they belong to?
So I've got a Port Jackson shark egg and a bamboo shark egg.
Now they look very, very weird. Are they brown because they're chocolate coated for Easter, or why are they brown?
So they're both brown because the eggs need to blend in with the habitat, which then protects the eggs so that predators won't eat the eggs.
Very interesting. And then what about you, Tan? You've got some eggs?
I sure do. I have two penguin eggs. So I have a king penguin egg and a gentoo penguin egg.
And is there a reason why those eggs are white?
The shell is mostly calcium, so that's why they're white.
Very interesting. So like milk?
Yeah, exactly.
Very cool. Now, there might be a little bit of a difference. I mean, we've got bird eggs and we've got shark eggs. A lot of people might not realize that sharks do lay eggs. How many roughly do you think? Like what percentage overall of sharks lay eggs?
So it's actually about 40% of the species of sharks that actually lay eggs. So it is actually a fair bit, really, when you think about it.
That is very different. What about your eggs? How long do they take to hatch?
So king eggs are 55 days incubation period. Gentoo eggs, they actually lay two. The first one is 38 days. The second one is 35 days. And they're laid 3 days apart. So if you do the maths, the chicks should hatch on the same day, which is pretty cool.
That is very cool. Not even I realised that they did that. We're all learning something here today at SEA LIFE Melbourne. It's amazing. Now, do they lay eggs all throughout the year, or is there a specific breeding time?
There is a specific breeding season. So the kings are just after Christmas and the gentoos are around October. So quite different from each other. And they'll only have one breeding season each year.
Okay, very interesting. And while we're talking about breeding, I know a lot of people love, especially with all this corona going on. We want to make sure that everyone is spreading the love. Do penguins spread love to each other? What's ways that they can see or show each other a little bit of love during this time?
So we see a lot of singing at this time. They'll stick together, follow each other around. The keepers are even lucky enough to get a song every now and then.
Ooh, very special. Penguins in love with keepers. And then what about for our sharks now? Do they lay eggs all throughout the year as well?
Yeah, so a lot of sharks will lay eggs throughout most of the year, but they do have a specific breeding season where they will pretty much just lay more eggs during that time.
Okay, yeah. Now I do have someone here asking to see the shark eggs again. Can we get a really close look up of those eggs?
Alright, so this one's a Port Jackson shark egg, so it's quite a odd shape. Bit of a corkscrew, kind of looks like a pine cone. And then this one here is the bamboo shark egg, so totally different shape for this one.
And I do have a question as well. Are those eggs real?
These ones are real. They obviously don't have any developing shark pups in them at the moment, which is why we are allowed to take them out of the water, but they are real. Usually these ones are kept in our rock pools, so when we open back to the public, you guys can come in and actually have a play around with some of these shark eggs.
And what about your eggs? Are they real?
These are both fake, so which
Keeping
is why
you on
I
your
can
toes.
move them around like this. And yes, they're for educational purposes, which is fantastic.
Amazing. What animals eat shark eggs? That's a very good question.
Yeah, a lot of other sharks will eat shark eggs. Other stingrays, if they're gliding along the bottom and they can land on a shark egg, they might eat the shark eggs as well. They could get picked up by some big fish.
Absolutely.
Quite a few things, really.
Probably very nutritious, just like people who eat chicken eggs. Kind of the same thing, but in the water.
Yeah, so shark eggs have the yolk just like a chicken egg, which is very nutritious. It's what the shark pup will feed off when it's in the egg. So yeah, eggs would actually be quite a good diet, really.
Now, a perfect example of this as well, we do actually have an egg in our water at the moment, and it is very close to us. Now, it might look a little bit different to the one you have in your hand, but are they the same type of shark egg?
Yeah, so this one in the water is a bamboo shark egg. They do look a little bit different when you do take them out of the water, but what you can see is it's got a lot of fluffy sort of filament stuff on the outside. And what that's for is the mother will actually wrap those eggs around a piece of coral and use those filaments to really secure the eggs in place. When they come out of the water though, the filaments kind of start to degrade a little bit, so we just end up cutting them off.
Perfect. Now, I do have a question here from Oscar, age 3. Hello, Oscar. Welcome to SEA Life Melbourne here with us. And he asked, what do sharks eat?
Ooh, sharks eat a lot of things. They might eat crabs, they might eat other fish. Some fish even eat plants, so they might eat some algae or coral. They eat a whole variety of different things.
So a range in their diet. That means they also eat their vegetables, just like I hope you are, Oscar. A lot of our fish here in our coral atoll also eat their vegetables, and I'm talking about peas, broccoli and zucchini. So make sure you eat that this Easter weekend as well, not just lots of chocolate. Now, I do have a question here as well, asking why the Port Jackson sharks have such a strange shape to their egg.
Yeah, that's a really good question. So what the mother Port Jackson shark will do, she'll lay the egg and she'll actually grab onto it with her mouth, and then she'll screw it into a rock crevice. And what that does is it secures the egg in place and makes sure that that egg is safe while the shark pup is developing inside.
Perfect. And I do have a question as well. What is the incubation period on Port Jacksons and the mermaids first?
So Port Jacksons are actually quite long. They take up to 12 months to grow, whereas the bamboo sharks are only about 4 months. So there's actually a lot of variation in how long the shark pups actually take to develop.
Perfect. Now I do have Lily who has asked, how long is a whale shark's lifespan? We don't have any whale sharks here, so...
I don't actually know about that. I'd say a very long time.
A very long time. Maybe you can look it up for us and leave it in the comments below, and you can teach us something here today as well. We are always interested in learning more as much as we can here at SEA Life Melbourne. Now I do have a question here for you, Tan, as well, not leaving you out. How big are the penguins and sharks when they hatch? But how big are the penguins when they hatch, firstly?
Very good question. So the gentoos, which are the third largest species of penguin, they're only 80 grams when they hatch. So they fit perfectly in your hand, very tiny. The kings are the second largest species. There's still quite a difference though, and they are 200 grams, or roughly thereabouts when they hatch. So big difference.
Very big difference there. And then what about for our sharks?
So the bamboo sharks actually, they're fairly long, I guess, when you think that would be curled up inside this egg. They're probably about maybe this long, so what's that, like 20 centimetres?
Yeah.
Port Jacksons would be a little bit larger because they are a larger species of shark. We do have another one in here actually, our Epaulette Sharks are in the Coral Atoll somewhere. They're a lot smaller, so they only hatch out at maybe 10 centimetres, so they're super cute.
So very, very cute. We do have a baby brown banded bamboo shark here at the moment, whose name is Zachariah. So make sure to come and join us. You will find him in Seahorse Pier when you can come back here. He's very cute. He's about, I would say, about this big now.
Yeah,
he's growing up.
very cute. Yeah.
He's growing up very fast. Now Sam asked how the sharks lay their eggs. Are they swimming when they lay them?
So it kind of depends on the species. So as I said before with the bamboo sharks, how they have all the filaments on the outside. So what the mother will actually do is kind of swim along around the coral reef, and she'll do swim in loops around a section of coral, and what that does is it attaches all the eggs that she lays onto that one bit of coral. So she kind of does swims in circles when she lays the eggs. When the Port Jacksons lay the eggs, they pretty much would lay them onto the sand, but then as I said before, the mother will then pick it up and move it where she wants to, keep it.
Perfect. Now, I don't know if you're very excited to do some dancing, but I do have a request here. Can you do the shark doo-doo dance? Do you know how to do it? This is from Lainey, age 7.
Yeah, I know the shark
Should we
dance.
sing for you?
Yeah, we can sing for you.
Yeah.
Baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark.
Yay.
Yay! Woo! Great job. I almost cracked an Easter egg trying to clap for you. So I do have a question here as well. What weight are the penguin eggs?
Oh, good question.
It's from Nicola.
Hi, Nicola. So, Gentoo eggs, about 150. So they do lose completely normal. And the kings are about the same, 250. So, sorry, about 50 grams more than what they weigh when they hatch.
Sorry, I'm just catching up on your questions here. Now I do have a question as well asking why the egg is green. I have a partly green Easter egg in my hand here, but this is just for me to eat after this. It's my little treat for the day. But yours are brown. We just want to get maybe a bit of good lighting on that again, just a nice little close-up. So they are brown, and that was because it helps to camouflage into their environment.
Yeah.
Perfect. And where do penguins lay their eggs?
Oh, good question. So, Gentoo penguins will build a nest out of rocks and they will lay their eggs on that nest. King penguins will lay their eggs on their feet and incubate it on their feet. So, yeah.
Amazing. I do have a question here asking how many teeth do sharks have?
Well, it varies from species to species.
Absolutely.
So that's a really hard question to actually answer.
Do you know, I know sharks have lots of rows of teeth.
Yeah.
How many teeth can they roughly lose in their lifetime?
Ooh, I think you might actually know that.
I have been told it is about 35,000 teeth in their lifetime. So
Yeah.
as Bree has mentioned, all sharks have different mouths, different jaws, different teeth, and that's because they have varying diets. So they like to eat lots of different things, depends what type of species they are.
Yeah.
So all different sharks have all different amounts of teeth and all different amounts of rows. If you do have any specific questions, I definitely recommend looking in some sharks and rays books as well. If you have any specific questions, again, leave them in the comments. We can do some research a little bit later
definitely.
and get back to that as well. Now, I do have a question, and this is a very interesting question because I have been asked from Hayden, what is the most dangerous shark you have? Now, we love our sharks.
Yeah.
And they love us.
So I don't personally think that any of our sharks here at SEA Life Melbourne Aquarium are actually dangerous. Yes, some of them obviously have big sharp teeth, but we respect them in their environment. You know, we don't want to put them in any, danger so that they don't actually feel like they have to attack anything. So we are perfectly safe when we go diving with all of our sharks.
Which is almost every single day, right, Bree?
Pretty much, yeah.
Absolutely. Now, Hunter, age 12, this is a very specific question again, asked, do 6-gill sharks lay eggs?
No, they don't.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Now, Tan, I do have a fantastic question here. What do baby penguins eat?
Oh, so